Up with KREM begins now.
Now at 6:30, 20 states are upping their minimum wage this year, including right here in Washington. What changes you can expect to see on your paycheck in the new year. And after nearly a decade, Kootenai County will have a new sheriff. This morning, we're talking to Robert Norris live here on Up with KREM ahead of his swearing-in ceremony.
And as we ring in 2021 weather-wise, we're actually seeing more wet conditions as opposed to snowy, as I'm tracking rain chances nearly every single day this upcoming week.
3, 2, 1, Happy New Year!
I love that so much. The Idaho potato dropped last night, marking the end of such a difficult year for so many people. But in true 2020 fashion, of course, one part of the ceremony had a little bit of trouble taking off. The 2020 sign in the background there was supposed to explode, but the pyrotechnics actually didn't work. Womp womp. Well, it was impressive, an impressive spud rather, measuring in at 16 feet and 2,000 pounds. Ooh. My goodness, what a fun tradition though. The most Idaho thing, right? What are you looking forward to the most this year, though? That's what we want to know this morning. You can reply to our tweet on Twitter, or you can text in your response to 509-448-2000. Someone wrote in recently, I'm looking forward to the world healing. Another person wrote unity. Love that. So, someone on Twitter wrote getting the vaccine. And someone else said the best thing about 2021 is it's not 2020. All right, well, I know 2020 was difficult, but I know for some it wasn't that bad of a year in some ways. People found new ways and new things to appreciate. But we are looking forward. We're looking ahead now, Thomas.
Yeah, absolutely. There's always positive takeaways even from this past year, and we're always looking for the positives this upcoming year. And actually, I just kind of reminded myself this. In 2 days will be my 2-year anniversary starting here at KREM 2. So
congratulations.
I get to celebrate that. And what a way to celebrate it, just kind of coinciding with the new year. How about that?
It goes by fast.
Yeah, so let's just jump into the weather, why don't you say? Because 2 days ago, we had a pretty big snowstorm across the region, and that snow is melting away just so quickly. And at least, my parking lot isn't looking so much like a river anymore. But there is some light showers this morning across the region and some light snow showers in northeastern Washington. So really just north of the Newport area, up towards Colville and Kettle Falls. Even Ione's still seeing some light snow as of this morning, just tacking on to the heavy snow from 2 days ago. But most of the region, like Deer Park and even parts of Spokane Valley, Otis Orchards, seeing some very light rain, as well as Davenport this morning. As long as you stay above 32 degrees, the road conditions will stay wet and damp as opposed to icy, which obviously makes a big difference when we're trying to get where we need to go as of the morning hours. Even Moses Lake now climbing above the 32-degree mark, so any kind of light wintry mix should improve. Looks like Lookout Pass got a fresh plowing as of this morning, because a couple hours ago there was still a coating of snow on the interstate, but that is looking at least a bit better as of this hour. But as for the first few days of this new year, well, it's going to be a mild start to January, but we'll have several rain chances, including for this weekend. So I'm tracking how much rain is in the works and how windy this upcoming Saturday night is going to be for the region.
All right, Thomas, we'll check back in with you. Happening today, the minimum wage here in Washington is up to $13.69 an hour as of today. That's an increase of 19 cents per hour. Now, this is the first time since 2016 this increase was calculated, and it was calculated from inflation, not from a voter-approved ballot measure. But Washington isn't the only state increasing minimum wage this year. Nearly half of the country is seeing increases in pay for low-wage workers. Meanwhile, the federal minimum wage remains at $7.25 an hour, which hasn't seen an increase for more than 11 years. The longest span the baseline wage has gone without an increase since it began in 1938. While essential workers like grocery store clerks and restaurant workers have helped keep the economy going during the crisis, their earnings are among the lowest. A higher minimum wage could help regain their financial footing. Now to the latest on the coronavirus. Here are 3 things we're tracking this morning. First up, soon we will learn more about the next step in rolling out the COVID vaccine in Washington. The State Department of Health promised new details in the first week of the new year. Right now, we are still in the first phase of distribution. It includes high-risk healthcare workers, first responders, and nursing home staff members. Well, many of us are hoping to travel more in the new year, and if your plans include long overdue vacations, you may need a special kind of passport proving you're either vaccinated or have recently tested negative for COVID-19. The Commons Project is teaming up with the World Economic Forum in Geneva, Switzerland to launch an app called Common Pass, which would allow people to track their COVID status and make sure it lines up with requirements for each country. Airlines, airports, and medical facilities around the world are involved in the project. Number 3, Canada introduced new regulations for air travel. Starting next Thursday, passengers will be required to show a negative COVID test before boarding international flights to Canada. The new rules apply to passengers as young as 5 years old.
The vast majority of Canadians are following that quarantine the way it's supposed to be followed, but a few are not. And we are going to reinforce our verification measures to make sure that people are following it.
If a traveler cannot show a COVID test before, they will be quarantined in a government facility upon arrival. Officials say travelers that violate the regulations could face prison time or fines. Well, it's not shocking that New Year's is trending today, so we want to share some New Year's messages to kick off 2021 right. So let's start off with some local love here on your screen. You see Schweitzer tweeted out that their excitement over the snow that we got this week. They said, "This has to be the best way to say goodbye to 2020. Let's do this 2021. Wash.East tweeted out a look back on their year to top it off. They tweeted this throwback of a cow on a plow. They said, "We had some fun throughout the year and can't wait to see what 2021 brings. One thing is for certain, we appreciate all of you who follow us." Steve Gleason is wishing you a happy new year. He says, "For our family, 2020 was actually really a good year. Resilience. In 2021, I do look forward to the live music and going to the Northwest." And our Seattle sister station also got some pretty great messages to kick off the new year. Check it out.
The reality is that 2020 was a super tough year, super challenging. But this is what I do know. 2021, it gives us hope. Because if we stick together and we can put love at the center of all of it, then there's nothing that we can't do together. Let's believe together. I believe, do you believe? Let's do it together. Let's go.
Hey everyone, I'm Sue Bird with the Seattle Storm, and I just want to wish you a very happy new year. Special shout out to all the Storm fans who tuned in to watch us take home a championship this year in the Wubble. Happy New Year, Seattle.
Hey Seattle, from our Husky family to yours, wishing you all a happy, healthy, and safe new year.
Hi, I'm Sean Kinney from the band Alice in Chains, and I know that it's kind of a weird time, people can't agree on stuff, but we can agree on this. 2020 totally sucked. So let's have a healthy, happy, safe, and more unified 2021.
New Year's promise for better times. We'll make it together. Happy New Year.
You guys gonna miss 2020? You ain't gonna miss it. But 2021 is here, and Lord knows it should not get no worse. It should only get better.
Hey everybody, my name is Casper Baby Pan.
We love those messages. Well, still ahead here on Up with KREM, we are 3 minutes away from talking with the new Kootenai County Sheriff live. You won't want to miss it. We'll be asking him about his plans for the new year.